Good evening. I'd like to call to order the special Fairfax Town Council meeting, Wednesday, August 19, 2015, at the Fairfax Women's Club, and we're starting about 2 minutes after 7. Could I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Councilmember Weinsoff?
Here.
Councilmember Reed?
Here.
Councilmember Lax?
Here.
Vice Mayor Goddard?
Here.
Mayor Kohler?
Here. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, with that, we'll move on to our regular agenda, which is adoption of a resolution appointing unopposed nominees to town offices and counseling the November 2015 town election, and that's a proposed, correct? Yes. So with that, I'd like to open it up to Garrett, who's going to give the staff report.
Great. So the offices, as you indicate with the resolution, it would have to do with the appointment of the 2 council member seats that are currently up for election, the town treasurer and the town clerk positions, and also would encompass canceling the election. So, as you know, the general municipal election is always it's November 3rd, 2015, and as I indicated at that time on the ballot are the town clerk, the town treasurer, Vice Mayor Goddard, and Councilmember Lax's position. There are no other town ballot measures qualified for the election. And so as of Friday, August 7th, which is the deadline for filing for nominations, only the incumbents for the town clerk and Councilmember Goddard's and Lax's position actually applied. Town treasurer, the incumbent there did not reapply or submit papers. So that automatically extends that nomination period by 5 days to August 12th. So as of August 12th, with the close, we received 1 set of nomination papers from Janet Garvin. So at this point, all we have is 1 candidate for each office that's available. And so under Election Code 10229, it provides that by the nomination filing deadline, if there's not a greater number of candidates and offices to be elected, and if there are no qualified ballot measures, then the town clerk shall certify those facts to the council and post a notice. And the town clerk has done that. So because of that, the council actually has 3 options. 1 is you can appoint to office the persons nominated. 2, you can appoint to the office any eligible voter if no one has been nominated, but that's not applicable here. Or 3, you can hold an election. Now, a caveat to all that is that the council has to take its action 75 days before the election. And that's actually August 20th, tomorrow. Hence, the reason why we have this special meeting tonight, so that the council can decide on what option it would like to pursue. Now, as staff, we are recommending that the council cancel the election and appoint the candidates to the office. Really, the only drawback that we can think of is that would mean that you couldn't have write-in ballots. But on the positive side is that the town would save significant savings in not holding an election. We think the cost would normally cost about $10,000 to $15,000. We budgeted $12,750, but it's going to range somewhere in there, and that'd be a significant savings to the town. It does not impact any other elections, so the school district, the county, the state, or federal government, residents can still all vote on those actions. And in terms of the appointees, it would be the same as they're elected. They would take office roughly in early December. So in terms of process for this evening, should any council member want to abstain on any of the actions proposed within the resolution, town clerk does have alternate resolutions that you then can approve to account for the extension by any council member. So with that, that concludes the staff report.
And maybe just Janet might want to clarify that under the elections code, there is no legal conflict, so people do not have to abstain. So maybe you can clarify that, Janet?
Right. There is nothing to prohibit Vice Mayor Goddard and Councilmember Lax from voting for their own appointment or to cancel the election. It's not a conflict of interest to do so.
Thank you. Any questions of staff?
Yeah.
Renee?
So Garrett, you said that we would have significant savings were we not to have an election. You're talking about the local piece. So who pays for the other initiatives and things that are on the ballot with the school board and
The governmental agency. pays for their cost of the election. If we didn't have an election, I think there might be a nominal fee of $50 or $100 that we'd have to pay, but that's it if we have no local ballots or measures on the ballot.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions of staff? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to open it up to the public, even though I see none other than Damien. Did you want to speak, Damien? No. Okay, well, bringing it back to the council, I'd like to entertain a motion. David?
Yes, I'd be pleased to move Resolution 1543, a resolution of the council, providing for the appointment to the offices of this town that were to be elected on Tuesday, November 3rd, 15, and canceling the municipal election on that date.
Second?
I would second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain.
Okay.
What happens is if Councilmember Lax would like to abstain, you actually will adopt a resolution that Michelle can submit that would have the ability to do that, because this resolution has everything on it.
It does. Everything.
If you want to abstain on everything, then we can just adopt this resolution. If you just want to abstain on, say, your appointment and the cancellation, we have separate resolutions for that. So I'm sorry, I should have made that clear.
Okay, yeah, I'd prefer to abstain on my own appointment.
Your own appointment, but you're okay
Sure.
with the other actions?
Canceling the
Yes,
election.
that's correct.
Okay, so then we should give you the alternate resolutions, and you could just take those under consideration. And what they do is, they just break it out. So the treasurer and clerk are one resolution appointment, there's one resolution for canceling the election, and then there's one resolution for the appointment of Councilmember Goddard, and one resolution for appointment of Councilmember Lax. And we had some we noticed we just made copies of their own resolutions, so some things we just hand wrote in.
Asking us to adopt 4 resolutions?
Yes, with the cancellation of the election first in terms of process.
I'll be happy to go.
Well, don't we have to first redact the last thing that we just passed, technically?
Okay, I'll make a motion to withdraw my proposal that we adopt Resolution 1543.
And I'd second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so now, David, do you want to do?
Excuse me, did everyone say aye just now?
Well, I abstained on the prior motion,
Okay,
so
thank you.
I-
But it's a
What did
motion
you
to
do on
withdraw.
this one?
You're going to abstain?
I guess I would vote in support of that.
Thank you.
Okay, then seriatim, I would, and you want us to vote on each one separately?
Yes, please, with the canceling the election first.
Okay. Resolution 15 next in line, a resolution of the council canceling the municipal election on Tuesday, November 3rd.
Okay, second?
And I'll again second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And now resolution
Peter, did you say aye? Let's
No,
get this
I-
done. You're
I'm
not,
I'm
you're only
on that one.
abstaining from yours. No, from the whole election. Okay, from the whole election, okay.
Okay.
So let's be clear. All in favor? Aye.
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 Any abstain?
I am abstaining.
Okay.
Okay, well, the next resolution, 15 next in order, a resolution of the council providing for the appointment to the offices of the town that were to be elected on Tuesday, November 3rd.
And I
Wait a
see
minute,
that
I'm
this
not
is
sure what
just
you're
for
reading.
Renee.
The one for Renee?
Just for Renee.
Yes,
Okay, so second?
I will second that one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I vote aye for that.
Okay, aye.
Okay, then perhaps resolution 15 next in line, a resolution of the council providing for the appointment to the offices of this town that were to be elected on Tuesday, November 3rd, dealing specifically with Councilmember Peter Lax.
And I would second that also.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any abstain?
I abstain.
And finally, the fourth resolution, resolution 15 next in order, a resolution of the council providing for the appointment to the officers of treasurer and town clerk that were to be elected on Tuesday, November 3rd.
I would second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. So I think we're completed, and I would like to adjourn. I think Renee wanted to say something before I adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, I would like to adjourn in memory of a very dear and important person in our community who passed away yesterday, Deb Hubsmith, a champion for the environment, for making this world a better place, for all that she did for the world of bicycling and for starting the National Partnership for Safe Routes to Schools, and for making Fairfax the town that it is in so many ways. My heart goes out to all of her extended community. There are hundreds of people whose lives, thousands of people whose lives she's touched all over this country. She was responsible for attaining the non-motorized pilot transportation money for this county. The world will never be the same, and I would like to state that this is not a defeat. This is a victory for all of the people, all of the memory that she has left behind, that has inspired people as to how to be courageous, how to handle life and death with grace and poise, and inspiration to everyone. And we all love her very much.
Very much so. I'm sorry to hear that her passing is now. I mean, she's very inspiring, and in fact, Deb has left the world, and especially this town, a much better place. I feel, thank you very much for bringing this.
Thank you both. Just a suggestion, given all her achievements and that she's a Fairfax resident, maybe for the October meeting, you might want to consider a resolution. Andy might be ready to come accept something like that at that point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That'd be great. Okay, well, with that, we'll adjourn the meeting, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you.